Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Resin Me Up. So today is another day of firsts and new. So I had a company reach out to me and ask me if I would like to join their affiliate program and try out their new products. And I said, absolutely. And so that new company is J Diction. Now, I have used their Resin Crete before, so that's no big story. You guys have seen me use that. But they have a new product out on the market, and it's called Resin Crete Decor Etch. And that's what we're going to make today, what we're going to use today. And so basically, whole complete different product than just the Resin Crete. So let me get get the instructions out here and I'll read to you how this actually works. So this is a 2-to-1 by weight. So good thing is if you're not good with math, they do put it here in the little instruction book. So make sure you keep this. What you're going to do is you're going to measure your powder and your liquid by weight. And so you need to make sure your scale is accurate. After you've measured your powder and your liquid by weight, you're going to mix those together. And their tip for that is to achieve an even lump-free color. Always mix your pigments in with the liquid first, then blend with the powder. Compatible pigments are Resin Crete pigments or water-based pigments. Now, I already own their Resin Crete pigments. So there's a 10-piece set of those. So you mix thoroughly for 60 seconds. And you stir until the mixture is smooth, fluid, and completely free of lumps. Do not overmix it, as this may introduce excess air. It's recommended to pour the mixture into the mold within 1 minute. To prevent flash curing in the cup, do not mix more than the workable amount at one time. As you can see, I have a giant mold here in front of me today. We're going to be mixing up a lot. So pour the mixture slowly into the mold. Gently tap the sides of the mold and lightly shake it to help trap escaped air. You can tilt or rotate the mold during pouring to help the material flow evenly. So if you have a mold that is sticky on the back, it might help to put paper towels underneath so that you can move that around freely. And that's what I'm going to do with this. So now I can turn it if I need it to turn. Tilt or rotate the mold during pouring to help the material flow evenly. So for removing bubbles, for deep or detailed areas, use a toothpick to gently guide air bubbles to the surface. Immediately after pouring, inspect the surface. Use a toothpick or tweezers to pop any visible surface bubbles for a smooth finish. Now you notice they didn't say use alcohol, use any kind of chemical at all to pop any bubbles. So they want you to pop them by hand. Allow the piece to cure for 2 to 4 hours before demolding. So this is not a 30-minute demold type thing. Demolding time may vary depending on mold size, casting thickness, the ambient temperature in the room. Thin walled molds may require longer curing time. This is I can't remember what the thickness is on this. This is about 3/4 of an inch thick. So my guess is it'll probably cure pretty quickly. So why is this called a decor etch? Because this liquid is a decor etch liquid. So what does etch mean, really? Etch means that it's going to leave marks, scratches, you know what an etch is. When you scratch something, it leaves an etch in it. So for the acid etching process, which we will do eventually, perform acid etching only after a minimum of 24-hour curing. So basically, you're going to lightly pre-wet the surface with clean water. So like I would probably do this at my kitchen sink. Immerse in the acid, and your acid is going to consist of household vinegar or citric acid. So for oxalic acid, mix with water in a 5-to-1 water to oxalic acid ratio for 10 to 15 seconds until fine bubbling appears. Adjust time based on acid strength. And then you're going to gently brush. This is what I forgot to tell you, this is what comes with it. You get this brush, this, and this bag. So you're going to gently brush with a soft brush to expose the stone-like texture. Rinse thoroughly with plenty of clean water to remove all acid residue. Pat dry with paper towel and allow to dry completely. Repeat if necessary after drying. Always work in a well-ventilated area and keep clean water nearby. So, and then they've got some bubble reduction tips down here for you. The product achieves over 90% of its final strength within 24 hours. Keep cast items in a warm, dry environment during curing. Allow airflow around the pieces. Store items flat and supported to prevent bending or warping. Do not package finished items until they're fully cured. Avoid sealing uncured items in plastic, especially in damp conditions, as this may cause surface staining or watermarks. So basically, that is it. So this needs to be stored with the lid tightly sealed. Do not let it freeze, and store between 5 to 25 degrees Celsius. And the powder needs to be kept dry at all times, also stored between 5 to 25 degrees Celsius. The safety information for this is for craft use only. Wear a dust mask when handling and mixing. Avoid inhalation of the powder. Use protective gloves and eye protection when handling acids, and keep out of reach of children. And then, of course, they list all of their social media sites. So that is, and then they have their support right here on the front. So I'm excited to use this today. And you're probably wondering, why are you using such a giant mold? Well, this is a gift. And I've been waiting for this product to get here because I've been wanting to do this. This is my Boo and Nicole tray mold. And I've been dying to use this. So today I am going to fill this mold, not all the way, because one, I don't have enough product. Okay, so I don't need water. Let me slide this over here so y'all can see this. Let me get the powder measured first. Then that will tell me. So basically it says for 500 grams of powder, you need 100 grams of liquid. There are 200 grams in this bottle. So let's just go ahead with the 500 grams first, and we'll see how far that gets. Let's look at the consistency of the powder first. It sounds like it's sandy. Thought I had a scoop. There's probably one in there. I just probably can't see it. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to pour this in here. It does look a little sandy, like it has black sand. Oops. All right, we went over just a little bit. So I'm going to take a little bit out. I know I have a scoop somewhere. I saved them, but like I said, everything's not back in this room yet. So, okay, let me take a little bit out. Oops. Oh, exactly. So it was that much. That's crazy. Okay. There's that. So that is 500 grams. Now we need to measure out 100 grams of this liquid. So let me get a cup. And this has a little spout. Just like that. All right, 100 grams. Hundred grams exactly. All right, put the lid back on this. We don't need any mixing of anything. Set this aside. Bring this back over here. Still want to slide this over some more so you guys can see what this looks like. Okay. All right. Doesn't seem like much, does it? Considering what we've been used to. And I forgot to add my color. Gosh darn it. Well, we're going to risk it today. I know it said to add it to the liquid, but I forgot. I'm so worried about my... Actually, I'm wondering if I can't marble this. We're going to try it. We're going to go all out and try it. Even though it says you're supposed to mix it, I'm going to try it. Okay. It says within 1 minute, get it in the mold. I'm just going to set that right there. All right, let me slide this back over here. Definitely some gritty stuff. Just gonna move this paper off of here. I'm gonna have to mix up more, but I did want to just get, I'm gonna mix up the rest of this real quick because basically it's the same amount. Sorry guys, I know the bowl's in the way. Give me a minute. Don't have much working time with this. I mean, it says to get it in the thing within a minute. So, I don't want to do that. That looks pretty cool, don't it? Although I wish I wouldn't have did that. What I was thinking. Oh, good grief. So it says to pop bubbles. And mostly right over here. Still pretty pliable, believe it or not. Wonder if I can fix this. Probably not, huh? Dang it, I wish I wouldn't have done that. Oh well, gives it character, right? I couldn't have planned that better. That's exactly where I wanted it to end up. It's right there on those handles. Just trying to clean that off over there where I picked it up and it sloshed up on the side. I'll probably clean it with water. Cleans it nice with water. And then I did that over here too and over there. So if you get some where you don't want it, just get a Q-tip and use some water, and that'll take it right off. Make your lines really smooth around there. Okay, we're going to let this cure. I'm going to clean this up, and I guess we'll see you back in, what did it say? 4 hours. Okay? All right. Bye. Hey, everyone. Welcome back. I was sitting here and all, thank goodness I looked up because I thought I was recording and I wasn't. So here's what we're doing for the last layer. I have mixed up epoxy resin, and I've mixed up 2 colors. I've mixed up a bronze brown and then my white shimmer mix, and I've dirty poured them into this cup, and now we're just going to pour it over the top of this. There is one thing I have noticed about this, and that is a crack all the way around here. So I hope that this fixes that. And I mixed up 24 ounces. And lo and behold, that is not enough. I just guessed because I wasn't sure how much more this took. So I'm going to have to mix up some more, probably another 10 ounces. And there is still a little bit left in these cups. So I'll go ahead and pour the rest of that in here, and then I'll get some more mixed up. I thought about just mixing casting resin right in with the resin, but I don't have any more, I don't have any Resin Crete, and I don't know, I mean, I have some other brand, but I don't really know about, mixing the two. I'm not comfortable with that. I mean, I'm adventurous, but I'm not adventurous when it comes to this much resin. See how that's coming together in the center? All right, I'll get some more resin mixed up here and get it filled up, and then we will be back on demold. It's probably going to be way later in the evening before this is able to be taken out of here. So I guess we'll see you guys later. All right, we'll see you guys in a little while. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back. So let me tell you something about this little project. So do you see all these little black dots in here? Well, I've poured lots of resin over casting resin before, and this one was way different. And the reason is because that Resin Crete Etch is so porous that the whole time that this was trying to cure, it was throwing bubbles constantly, just constant. So I had to stand here with alcohol and a torch until this resin got thick enough that it would stop throwing bubbles. And there's still a couple in here, but I'm telling you guys, that Resin Crete is so porous. I mean, this whole thing would be covered in bubbles, and I'd have to pop them, and then within a couple of minutes, they'd all be right back, because that Resin Crete was so porous that, the resin on top of it, and so it was just constantly throwing bubbles. So let's get it out of here and let's see what we ended up with. I've just been so nervous about this because it may still be a little soft, but I'm just afraid, because of where it was cracked, I'm hoping that the resin seeped into it. And okay, the mold looks great. Oh, wow. Look at that. Now the handle is still soft because it's not completely done curing yet. It's still a little soft around the edges. So that needs to finish curing. But look at that. That looks pretty cool. The marbling looks good. So I think it was a success. Now, this is smooth on this side. So when this finishes curing, because see how that's still a little soft. Those are the handles. So once it's done curing, then it'll be done. And then I just need to fix this edge here because it just needs to be sanded just a little bit. And then I'm going to put a decal on here. But as far as the etch goes, I don't know. I'll wait and see what it looks like when it's done curing. And then we'll decide. I think. But yeah, I like it. Turn it back this way. So the handles need to finish curing. But other than that, it all looks great. So my affiliate with J Diction, I will put a discount code in my description box. So you can go out and utilize that to get yourself a discount on this new product. And it is called Resin Crete Etch. And had I not had this huge project already planned for this, I could have made some smaller, projects with it. Now, you did see that I marbled this. So you can do that. So even though it says that you're supposed to put the colorant in the etching material or the etching liquid, I did it in the mix after it was done. So it can be done. So once this is done, I'll come back and we will get all the rest of this finished. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and close out this video, and then I will do like a follow-up video for this, because this needs to finish curing a little bit because it's not completely cured right here. And then I'll show putting the decal on the top because it's all cured here. It's just this handle, the handles that aren't cured. So, all right, y'all. Well, let me know what you think about this product. I think it's pretty cool. I would like to do the etching part of it and show you how that works. So once this is cured, we may or may not do that, but it'll have to be in a follow-up video. So, all right. Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. But yeah, so all right, y'all. Well, that's it for me tonight. We will see you tomorrow for another video. So everyone have a great night. Remember, stay curious, stay creative, always stay positive and be kind. And we'll see you on the follow-up video on how we're going to finish this. Okay? All right, everyone. Have a great night. Bye.